let's talk about the homegrown long shot cycle. Hey guys, it's Papa Mish, and the registration for the Homegrown League started yesterday. You could go and grab yourself a spot. If you don't know how to do it, you are just going to your manager page, and providing you have a free spot for an extra club, you just click on it, and then you pick among the different leagues the Homegrown League. I still haven't done this myself because I'm thinking about a cool name for my team. Let's talk about the long shot homegrown cycle. It's very relevant right now for the homegrown league, but I was thinking about this over half a year or maybe a year ago. I was speaking with this manager Bogdan, and he asked me how to build a homegrown long shot team. I haven't done a video or a build about it, but I wrote myself a few notes that came very handy for now. So we will be building 12 players. Two of them will be goalkeepers. One of them will be better because he'll get goalkeeping, set pieces and defense. The other one without the defense. We will build 5 really good players, inner midfielders or wingers towards the middle, and they would be getting all the 100 training slots. We will build 4 a bit worse players that would be our offensive center defenders and wing backs, and they would get the playmaking 50% slots. Hopefully we'll get a powerful player from the youth academy that we will build as a PNF, and all our subs will be youth academy players that got only set piece training. Cycle training comments. Age gap is okay, and that's completely okay. I just looked this week on one of the strongest homegrown teams in Hattrick, a team named Schlang, and he reached something like 570 hat stats, so you could definitely be very competitive with this. And he has a 4-season age gap between his goalkeeper and the younger players. He did buy a few players as well, so if you're playing on the homegrown ladder or sometimes want to build or beat all the homegrown records, he does this with only homegrown players. But on top of this, he bought a few super strong players that he's just competing at the top of his country. But for now, we'll be just building homegrown because it's a homegrown league. So we will use this as an advantage. Age gap is okay. I will try to build players that their skills decrease slower first because they would be older, and that would be okay. Goalkeepers and more defense. Rebuild option at the end, definitely. At the end of our cycle, we could bring younger players from the youth academy and start the cycle over. We might have some stamina problems, but it's a homegrown league. What do we care about this? We would already have all the older super good players, and we'll just build better ones as we continue. Training order flexibility, that's something that we could use in the long shot cycle. We will speak about this when we'll touch the training order, and we will start youth academy from the start. We want to start training goalkeeping for the first 2 seasons, and in those 2 seasons we are starting a youth academy immediately from the start, and we are harvesting very good, hopefully, youth academy players. We will not be using the scout network here because we don't want to pick up 17-year-old players that will get old in the first 2 seasons. We want to create an age gap but have better players from the youth academy in 2 seasons. If really nothing's happened, we could increase the age gap for an extra season. We will have a better goalkeeper with a bigger age gap, but eventually we will have all those nice youth academy players that we want to start hopefully after 2 seasons of using a youth academy. Let's continue. So a lot of information in this slide. Basically it just shows the whole build. I want to do 30 weeks of goalkeeping, like it's almost 2 seasons of of goalkeeping, then 1 season of playmaking. All this you could just see here on a very low stamina level. I am recommending to use a solid coach at the beginning. We could definitely appoint him. It will not cost us too much. And when we will have the money, we could appoint an excellent coach. I don't know if towards the end of this build or maybe at the start of the next one, but that would be okay. I am using 2 assistant coaches at level 5 for the whole build. I think our team could financially afford this. So what are we starting with? I'm just saying that at the beginning we will get probably a nice-ish goalkeeper. Sometimes 17, sometimes 18-year-old, and he usually has 6 goalkeeping, 4 defense, and something like 5 set pieces. That would be our goalkeeper. We could train 2 of them, so we could pick another player with some defense. Maybe he's unpredictable. Let's say he has 6 defense, and we will train him as in goalkeeping as well. So we will have 2 goalkeepers that we will train from those levels to 14 goalkeeping, 4 defense, 5 set pieces. After 2 seasons, hopefully we are getting better players, and I was thinking, let's say 6 defense, 6 playmaking, and 4 scoring. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will be better than this. Maybe a few of them will be a little bit worse than this. Maybe they would be like 5 5s, but definitely 5 5s we could get pretty easily. So I just done the calculations from this. Hopefully after 2 seasons we will have 8 of those players, or like 9 of those players. If not, maybe someone will start training a little bit later. But eventually, after this time, they will reach 9 playmaking, and the 50% slots. We need to remember, not all of them will be training at 100% slots, will be 8 playmaking. It's only a season, so the difference isn't that big. Then I'm moving to 2 seasons of defense. The goalkeeper will reach 10, the players will reach 11, all of them, because they are training at 100% slots. Those 50 are representing the playmaking period. And then I'm moving to 1 season of scoring. And only the 6 best players will train. The 50% slots are not getting scoring training at all, and the 6 that are being trained will reach 9 scoring. Hopefully, here we could miss 1 season of playmaking. We could miss 2 seasons of defense. We don't care about this at all. But if after all this period of 5 seasons, we will get 1 really good, powerful player from the youth academy, maybe with 7 scoring, maybe with 5 playmaking, we don't care about anything else, he would be our PNF, and that would be very important. I want to give the scoring and playmaking to the PNF, and the 10th defense training position will go to the goalkeeper. So I'll be using a 4-5-1 formation here, and not the standard 5-5-0, to gain a little bit more playmaking and also the PNF that could convert rebounds in case that we are missing. So after those 5 seasons, hopefully we have a PNF as well. Then 1 season of playmaking, 1 season of set pieces, and here I made a mark when the players are 23-year-old, 23-and-a-half-year-old, and the goalkeeper is 25-year-old, to compare how the ratings will look. I'll show it a little bit later. I'm thinking that probably about here the team starts to be competitive. With 2 seasons of goalkeeping, we're not too competitive. 1 season of playmaking, I don't know if it helps too much. Maybe here, after 2 seasons of defense and 1 season of scoring, we could meddle a little bit with counterattacks just for fun. But here, after one more season of playmaking and one more season of set pieces, I think that we start playing long shot from here, and those 2.5 seasons of playmaking will start setting our team to competitive play, to climbing the leagues, and the players are starting to be very, very good after this. And here we are doing a little bit of like defense, 2 seasons of defense, 1.5 seasons of scoring, 1.5 seasons of set pieces, 1.5 seasons of playmaking, until the players are reaching 32-year-old, 32.5-year-old. The goalkeeper is 35, 34. And at the end, our main 5 players will look like this: 14 defense, 17 playmaking, 12 scoring, and 20 set pieces. The goalkeeper will be 14 goalkeeping, 13 defense, 21 set pieces, and the 50% slots, the players playing in the defense, they will be 14 defense, 14 playmaking, only 4 scoring, and 20 set pieces. That's my plan. And after this, you could be a little bit competitive, or you could restart the cycle. Whatever you want. I do have an alternative plan. And this alternative plan is switching those 3 seasons of scoring and set pieces to shooting, or the old shooting. And basically, instead of our players having 12 scoring and 20 set pieces, or 4 and 20, all of them will be 11 scoring, 15 set pieces, and 8 scoring, 15 set pieces. And I did compare those ratings one to another. The ratings are almost exactly the same, except that in the regular plan, the tactical level of long shots is higher by 1 level. 21 divine plus 1 compared to divine. So you could do the alternative. It would be a bit easier in training terms, because you don't want to be playing with 3 forwards here. But even here, during the defense, in difficult matches, you could train defense. In easier matches, you could train scoring. So we spoke about the training order flexibility, and that's how you could hide this season and a half of scoring without compromising competitive play too much, because the players are practically like old enough to be very, very competitive. As you could see here, around the age of 26, 27, I am starting to increase stamina. Maybe our league will be easier, maybe we won't need to do this, and we could gain even faster training. But I'm just saying, let's increase for 20, 25%, 25%, 34% until the end, and really maximize our ratings. So this is the alternative plan, and that's how our team will look at the age of 25 goalkeeping, 23 normal players. 14 goalkeeping, 10 defense, 17 set pieces, and the normal players are 11, 12, and 9 scoring, 14 set pieces, and the worser players are 11, 9, 14. And the ratings that we are producing, and this is with the defensive coach, at home, team spirit 8, confidence, it's 8, but it doesn't matter for a long shot team. I'm just saying it would be 8 because when we will be comparing the long shot build to the standard and Norwegian or the PM Rush, we will be using the same stats. The weather is partially cloudy. So it's 12 playmaking, and the defense is 15, 16, 15. So the defense is not bad. I wouldn't say that the playmaking is amazing, but again, the core of the team here is only 23-year-old. When we will be looking how the team will look at the end, 32-year-old players, almost 33-year-old players, I'm very happy about this. At home, we are reaching 18 playmaking, playing normal. It's not a mods. With a tactical level of 21, by the way, our tactical level at the age of 23 is already 15, so it's not bad. So, tactical level 21, our defense is 18, 20, 18, and we are using a PNF that could do rebounds as well. By the way, just to show you, I was using the training planner. I just imported a player from the transfer market who is 664, and I used all of the calculations according to him. When I was using the goalkeeper, I started with the goalkeeping at the beginning, but for the age to be proper, I moved the goalkeeping to the end when I was using the younger players, because we are only want to promote them in 2 seasons. So that's how he will look at the end. Then I simulated all of the players in the lineup simulator. I was using the import the create new player. I already created 11 players, so it cannot let us create more. So basically, those are the ratings. 18 playmaking. If we are playing on the away, it would be 15 playmaking. If we are playing at home and we are modsing, that would be almost 20 midfield. So not bad at all. If we want to play ultra defensively, let's say we don't have team spirit and we want to play it cool and we want to play even pressing, so the defense would be 22, 25 in the center and tactic and pressing of level 11. Brilliant. So that's it. That's the build. That's a previous slide from the old cycle, wing cycle. Wait a second. Those are my thoughts about the long shot homegrown cycle. If you have anything you want to add, please write me in the comment sections. If we do have like super big long shot experts here, what do you think about the ratings? I was playing against a lot of different long shot teams along the years, so I would think that for a homegrown team, those ratings are pretty good. And also, one of the things that I did notice, that doesn't matter which plan I'm doing, and that I'm simulating players with a homegrown bonus and whatever, eventually the actual ratings in the game are a little bit better and higher than the simulators. So if it would be even higher than this, that would be pretty awesome. So that's it, guys. This is the homegrown long shot cycle, the first video in this series, and hope you found it useful. As always, Hattrick is more than a game, it's a community. I'll see you in my next homegrown build.